So my PCP called me back to discuss the results of my physical, and I just sat there when she walked in and she started wadding through papers for like 2 minutes until she finally answered, "Donald, your PSA, which is your prostate specific antigen levels, are abnormally high. The normal levels for men between 25 and 40 are 0 to 2.5. Yours came in at 4.2, and your PSA, an elevated PSA, is an indicator of a higher probability of prostate cancer." Now, unbelievably, I sat there relatively calm because at that time, I didn't believe that what I was hearing was real life. Immediately, the first thing I thought of was finances, because living in the USA, health and medical costs are disgusting. And let me tell you, I have critical illness with my life insurance policy, and there are some influencers, some personal finance gurus out there who say that owning a critical illness or a life insurance policy is stupid, it's worthless, it's a waste of money. And I just gotta say that these gurus are signing your death certificate, because the last thing you want to do when you have an emergency, a health scare, is you want to sell your stocks, your ETFs, your mutual funds that you've been collecting for years on out, and have to liquidate that in order to pay for your health or medical costs that you could easily pay for if you had gotten a critical illness policy or a life insurance policy right off the bat. After I got the diagnosis, I started looking at Reddit, and I found a post, alarmingly high PSA levels for a 28-year-old. And I was thinking about whether to make this video or not, because it really doesn't fall in line with the content I like to make. But I know that a lot of my viewers are men, and they're around the same age of where you should actually get prostate cancer. And I really want to make this video to hint to you guys that you should really be proactive about this. Just because you're young and think that there's a low likelihood of you getting prostate cancer doesn't mean that you won't. So it's better to be proactive than to not think about it at all. My advice is to keep an eye on prostate cancer and to do your physicals every single year, because while Alex Muskamsky and Sam Bankman-Fried may not give a crap about you, I do. So please do this for the sake of yourself. What exactly is critical illness? What exactly does it cover? Well, I found out that the median cost for a heart attack is $53,384 for the uninsured patient. And guys, that doesn't cover inflation. And note that most of the illnesses that you face are covered by work insurance, but not serious illnesses. So think stroke, heart attacks, and cancers. Your work insurance is not going to cover that. So when it comes to critical illness, it really covers the serious illnesses that can lead to financial ruin. And some critical illness policies actually covers the lost wages that you might lose, because when you're seriously sick, you likely won't be working. So it really pays you while you are sick, so you can really focus on recovering. The most popular policies are 50K coverage for $29 a month for the average man in Iowa. And if you have a family history of cancer, strokes, or heart attacks, then just suck it up and pay the $29 a month. It's a no-brainer. And if you're still not sold on this, let's take a look at how much cancer costs actually cost you and how much it can run you up if you actually get it. So US News reported in 2022 that breast cancer costs $141,000, lung cancer $169,000, prostate cancer $55,500, and colon cancer $138,000. Once I got the diagnosis, I immediately looked up how much I am covered by for my critical illness, because I pay a lot. I pay $2,250 per year, which is about $212.50 per month for critical illness. So I'm covered up to $500K, and I don't really have a family history of prostate cancer. So you guys might think that this is overboard, but you know what? It's better safe than sorry. Now guys, know that this is a health issue, and if you run your own business, health issues are expensive. Now remember, I'm not a tax accountant, but if you go to the gym, you can actually write that off on your taxes. I've done it before. But if you actually have cancer or something and you have all these bills, you might be able to write off those taxes. Please check with a tax accountant first. But please, if you're curious about how to do tax hacks, then check out the video that I made here.